In this video, I'm going to show you how to create the KPI card visuals like these in Power BI, which looks premium. As you can see, for 2024 June, we have $15,000 sales and it is 29% lower than the previous month. The sales is negative and profit is positive. If you see, this KPI cards are having the background glow for green or red, changes dynamically based on percentage growth. I'm going to show you how to do that in Power BI with a native card visual. I have not used any additional shapes to create these KPIs. I'm going to create it with the native card visual. So let's start the video. So here we are. Let's look at the tables. So we have date table, we have sales data, and then we have key measures, which are having two measures, one for sales and one for profit. And we also have the year and month slicers on the dashboard, as 80 to 90% of the dashboards do have these slicers for year and month. So I'm going to consider that. Now let's create the KPI card. So for that, let's open the build pane from here and let's take this card visual, the native card visual. Now I'm going to add the sales first and let's open the format pane to do some formatting. So first of all, let's go to the size and style. We'll go one by one. This background we can turn off because we already have the card background and we don't need that. So in size and style, we don't have anything. Everything's turned off. Title, we don't need anything as we have the label. Next, we can go to the cards option. In this card option, you can go to the shape and let's make it rounded rectangle, and the corner radius can be 9 or 10 pixels to give the KPI card rounded edges. Next, border is fine. Divider is fine for now. Background is also fine for now. We can obviously turn on the accent bar, and for position, we can choose top. You can choose any other positions if you like, and the width I can make it 3 or 4, whichever looks good. Let's make it 4 for now. And then we have shadows. I don't want shadow. Next, let's go to the call out value, and here in the value font, let's choose our favorite Surgery UI semi-bold, and the size can be 25. Let the color be black and show blank as if you want. You can make it 0. I think you should make it 0, or you can also say 0.0 dollar. If the card goes blank or if it doesn't have any data, it will not show dash. Instead, it will show 0.0 dollar. So we have two decimal places here, so I can make it one decimal places if I want, or we can increase it the two decimal places here, 0.00 dollar. So that's fine. Label, let's come to the label, and here also we'll choose Surgery UI semi-bold. And what we're gonna do is let's go to the, so this was for card. Next, let's go to the call out section, and in the call out value, we'll make it centrally aligned. The next thing is we are going to add the reference labels. So let's go to the reference labels, and for the sales, we want to add the percentage increase from the last month. As you can see, 2024 June is selected. So we're going to write that measure for percentage increase from the last month. Let's right click and create new measure. This can be called versus last month. And let's create a variable for the current month, and this will be nothing but the sales measure, because it will automatically take the current filter context, that is 2024 and June. So we don't have to apply any kind of filter for getting the current month. See, if you don't have the slicers, you will have to add the filter context so that it chooses the current month sales only. Next, let's create another variable for previous month, and let's say calculate sales date add, and the date column from the date table. Number of intervals will say -1, and the interval will be month. Let's close the bracket and let's close the calculate bracket. So this will give us the previous month sales. Next, let's create another variable for percentage, and this percentage will be divide CM minus PM divided by PM 0. So this will give us the percentage increase or decrease from the last month. Okay, next we want to show the symbol for up arrow and down arrow, so we can add a format as well, so that this percentage only gives one decimal place and do not show the negative symbol when the percentage decrease is negative. So for that, we can use format function, and inside the format we can say 0.0% when the number is positive. We'll add a semicolon. Now we'll add again 0.0%. So the first value is the format when the number is positive. Second value is the format when the number is negative. And for 0, obviously it will be 0 only. So we can say 0.0 again and close the quotes and close the bracket. So now we will get the percentage increase and decrease in one decimal place format without any negative symbol. Next, we're going to return and say switch. Okay, let's do one thing. we need to compare if the number is greater than 0 or less than 0, but this format function will give us the number in the text format, which will not work in the switch function. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove this thing from here and maybe add a new line. So Shift Alt down to copy the line to the next line, and we'll say percentage, and this we can say as format. In the percentage, we don't need this format. We can delete this thing, and here we don't need this formula because we can use the previous variable, which is percentage. Now in the switch function, we can say if the switch, first of all, will say true because we are going to compare the expressions. So we'll say if the percentage is greater than 0, in that case, let's use HR 11165. So this will give an up arrow, a triangle up arrow, which means the positive sign, and then we'll add ampersand to concatenate. We'll add an ampersand, and so if this is not required, we can also remove this. Actually, we don't need any space between the symbol and number, so what we can do is we can just add an ampersand and add the format. Let's add a comma and Shift Alt down. We'll see if the percentage is less than 0, in that case 111 and 67 format, everything is fine. Else just use the format and close the bracket. So this is what we are going to return. So let's add this here and let's see what it returns. So we have added it here and it looks good. This is what we wanted to return. Next, we are going to go to the reference labels layout, and in the layout, we're going to say arrangement can be horizontal so that it's one after other, and the alignment can be center for both vertical and horizontal. Next, this background we can turn off and let it be white, and this border we can go to the, let's collapse everything, right click and collapse all categories. For borders, let's check the call out maybe, or cards, maybe cards. So in the card we have borders, and which is not the case. So in card we have this divider, and in this divider we have this black. Let's make it light gray color, and we can ignore the padding so that it leaves gap from left and right, which looks good, and we can arrange it nicely. Next, we need to add some colors to it. So if the card is positive or negative, we're gonna add that color to the card. Currently it looks like this. So for that color also, we're gonna create another measure. And let's copy the measure from here. So we have the percentage calculation here and this. So maybe I'm gonna copy everything and create another new measure and say versus last month or CF last month. Conditional formatting last month. So we have this percentage, we don't need this format, and we're going to return switch true. If the percentage greater than 0, return green color. If the percentage is less than 0, in that case, let's return red color. Else we can return gray color probably, and click on enter. So this is our conditional formatting measure. Let's see if it works or not. So first of all, I'm going to apply it to the reference label value. So let's go to the reference labels, and inside this we're gonna see this value, and here we have this color. Click on FX, and in the format style we can choose field value, and from here we can choose CF last month measure. Click on OK, and it works nicely. So this card looks good now. We can add a few things now so that this card looks premium. What we're gonna do is select this card and go to size and style. Actually, not size and style. We're gonna go to the cards, and in the cards we have this accent bar where we have this color option. Here also you can go to FX, field value, CF last month, and click on OK. So now this also shows the red and green, which can directly indicate if the KPI is performing or not performing. One more thing to add is the glow. So in the card section, you can see this glow option. If you turn this on, it will look something like this. Now what we're going to do is we will expand this glow, and here you see this blue color. Here also we have FX, the conditional formatting option. Click on FX, field value, CF last month, and click on OK. Now you can see this card is looking so rich with just the minimal change. You can see by just adding that glow conditional formatting feature, the card is looking so premium. Similarly, we can create these two measures of profit, which I have created it. I will show you how to create another KPI like this. So we'll copy and paste it, place it side by side, and here we're going to add profit instead of sales. And let's go to the reference labels, and in the reference labels here we can add the label for percentage last month profit. It shows like this, versus last month profit. We're going to change the title. So here we have title, which is on. Let's select the label first. Now it is enabled. Here we can choose custom and choose the custom name, which is versus last month. Remove the profit. So next, go to the value, and in the value we're going to add the conditional formatting option, choose field value, and choose CF last month profit. Click on OK. This is green now because it is 3.4% from the last month. We're going to change two places now. Let's go to the card option, and in the card options we have this action bar. Here we can change measure to CF last month profit. Click on OK. Let's go to the glow. Do the same thing here. Let's choose CF last month profit and click on OK. You can see how easily I have created these KPI visual, and these look so premium. So you can definitely use these KPI card designs in your Power BI report. So I hope you like this video and have learned something new from this video. So if you want to see more such KPI card designs, I have many KPI card design videos. I'm going to add the KPI card design playlist in the end screen of this video. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you need my help and want to connect one-on-one with me on any Power BI issue, you can book a call on TopMate. I have provided the link in the description. And if you want to buy any Power BI product, you can go to the digital product and buy it from here. See you there.